Hello, everybody. It's Dave Neal, stand-up comic and host of Bachelor Nation News. It's our final week of barrel scraping before Charity's season of The Bachelorette begins on Monday. We'll have a before show live stream and after show live stream. It'll be a ton of fun, lots to get into. Kaitlyn Bristowe announces end to partnership. No, not her partnership with Jason Tartick. They're going happily, and we'll show the photo to prove it. No, she announces the end of her business that she has making scrunchies. So we'll get into this story in a few minutes. Patreon.com/Dave Neal if you want behind-the-scenes bonus content, or just send us a tip. You can always do it over there. And every afternoon, Bachelor Rush Hour, the hit podcast. Every afternoon, join us for the podcast that brings together all of the entertainment news in one place. Kaitlyn Bristowe had posted this. Let's just read what she posted here. This is her end of an era post for her scrunchie company. She posted this from Do Edit. Do Edit is her scrunchie Instagram account. And by the way, after this, I'm going to share the photo that Jason posted for her birthday. By the way, happy birthday, Kaitlyn Bristowe. We're like the same age. I guess I'm a couple months older. She just turned 38 years young. And she says, "Hi, my scrunchie gang. Kaitlyn here, coming at you with a flood of emotions today. Can you believe it's been 5 whole years since I launched Do Edit and unleashed the scrunchie gang into the world? Time flies when you're having scrunchie-filled fun. You see, it all started with my deep-rooted love for scrunchies. Seriously, they're amazing for countless reasons. But it quickly became so much more than that. Along the way, I've had the incredible pleasure of getting to know so many of you, hearing your feedback, and creating products with all of you in mind. It's been a wild, exhilarating journey, to say the least. Launching Do Edit was my first leap into the world of entrepreneurship, and let me tell you, I've learned more than I could ever have imagined. The thrill of going live with our edits and seeing them sell out in a flash, nothing beats that feeling of excitement and relief. It's a memory that will forever be etched into my heart. But today, on the special Do anniversary, I have some bittersweet news to share. Brace yourselves, my scrunchie gang, because this will be the last edit for now. I know, it breaks my heart to even think about it potentially being the end forever, but I've come to realize that I've stretched myself a little too thin, and it's time to refocus. You see, the ultimate commitment has always been to pursue endeavors that fulfill me, and more importantly, bring value to my amazing Vinos, and scrunchie gang. And as much as it pains me to say it, continuing to produce scrunchies just doesn't align with that vision anymore. We've covered the entire color spectrum, and I want to ensure that we're not just adding more of the same, but truly bringing value to your lives and our environment. So fear not, my dear scrunchie enthusiast. You have an impressive collection of scrunchie colors to last you through endless outfit rotations. And who knows, the scrunchie gang may make a triumphant return in the future. But for now, let's celebrate all the memories we've made together, cherish the scrunchie-filled journey we've embarked upon, and keep spreading that scrunchie love far and wide." So there it is, folks. And of course, I think, first of all, if you're going to dabble into entrepreneurship, the scrunchie is a great option. I mean, you know, what is it? What does a scrunchie involve? Some material, some elastic, and is that it? Is that what else belongs in a scrunchie? Either way, it's not too often I use a scrunchie. I used to have a ponytail. We remember those days. But anyway, good for her, and she's obviously focusing more on the world of the world of the wine. So here she is with Spade and Sparrows. Obviously, Spade and Sparrows, 147,000 followers versus, I mean, yeah, there's only so many scrunchies you can sell here. So if we go to Do Edit here, their Instagrams, it's still pretty big, 127,000 followers there. So here's a video from her scrunchie line. Happy birthday to the scrunchie queen, Kaitlyn Bristowe, a shining star in every room. So they wished her a happy birthday, and who knows? Who knows? I mean, look, if you're making money, you're making money. Maybe you would think the returns would be high on scrunchies. What do you sell a scrunchie for? $9? What does it cost to make? 50 cents? I mean, I don't know. How do they do these things? Anyway, Spade and Sparrow has hit the Costco in Arizona. So clearly she's got all of her attention into the Spade and Sparrow market. Here's her photo in front of a Costco wholesale. If you want to buy the wine, you got to buy a crate of 90. You have to buy 90. No, I'm kidding. She said, "My dreams are all coming true. If you haven't gone to Costco on a Friday night and ate a bunch of samples and a $1.50 hot dog for dinner and then left with a kayak you had no intention of purchasing, you haven't lived yet. Arizona, come on down next Friday night to stock up on Spade and Sparrows and get your bottle signed. Take some cute selfies and hang with me. And on Fridays, we wear pink. Pretty please wear your best rosé-inspired look because you know you're going to end up on the gram. P.S. Don't worry about having a Costco club membership. In the state of Arizona, you're not legally required to have one for alcohol purchases, but you should definitely get one because this place is legit." Yeah, the same in California. You should check what state you're in. But in California, if you want to buy, I believe, anything that's medical, like eyewear, eyeglasses, or alcohol, you don't need the membership. I don't know the exact reason for the rule. Probably because it's considered essential. Alcohol, of course, essential because if you are an alcoholic, you could actually die if you don't get your alcohol. So I'm not making any judgments there. That's just one of the reasons why liquor stores stayed open during the pandemic. Okay, so there she was, her wine label.
At Costco in Arizona next week, so I'm here to do some market research and have free lunch.
Come on, let's go! I can smell the samples from here. What do we got here? Oh my God. I'm like DJ Khaled. Another one.
I think I know who you are.
You do? I'm gonna give you a hug.
She said, I know who you are, but didn't say who she was. I know you from someplace.
Another one. Is it just me or does everybody come here for lunch on a Thursday? Costco's all like, hey, you like...
Look, everyone talks about these Costco hot dogs. I'm here to tell you, Costco pizza, a slice of Costco pepperoni pizza will leave you on your back for all the right reasons. Clayton says, congrats, Kaitlyn. I'll have to break my Walmart loyalty for a day just to come support. Hot diggity dog. Joelle Fletcher says, way to go, babe. So yeah, this is a big deal, obviously. She's in Target, Walmart, and now Costco. I mean, talk about wholesalers as far as getting your brand out there. Pretty big deal. And she's getting all the support in the world from fiance Jason Tartick. Of course, a lot of fans with not much to do in the offseason have been wondering where they are. They're checking their flight schedules. Well, he flew east and she flew west, and they only spent 99 minutes together on this holiday, whatever. So here's a photo for them this past weekend at the CMA Fest, and Jason Tartick says, happy birthday to this beautiful queen. You're the best of the best. And then she responded with a heart. And then we could look into the heart. What does the heart mean? That type of thing. I know. But we're happy for her on the birthday. I mean, can you imagine? I know people think I'm going to be pimping for Kaitlyn here. Not much else to talk about right now. But can you imagine the pride that must exist? Like say if you're Kaitlyn's dad or something. To think that you could spin. I mean, just a few short years ago, you have to remember, she was working in a restaurant, right? She was the lady of a hockey player. She was sent to Europe to live with him. She had no financial freedom because she couldn't work in another country. And then there she was, just sort of that relationship ended. What do I do next with my life? And then all of a sudden, she's on The Bachelor. And then a few years later, she makes it onto The Bachelorette, gets voted in as The Bachelorette. That goes as it goes. She has a tough breakup and creates her podcast. And throughout creating the podcast, meets her. I mean, this could almost be like a biopic, right? And now she's becoming like a boss lady as far as the wine community is concerned. And good for her, living her dreams. And, you can say the same for Jason. They've both really taken an opportunity and hit it on top of the head and bludgeoned that opportunity and squeezed all the life and blood out of that opportunity. And I say we all should be taking notes. Now, my next video, I'm going to be covering the Ultimatum season recap. It's a wild show, folks. It is a wild. I'm going to go right into this right after this. So it's a show about queer love. And I tell you what, I loved watching it as a straight white guy, so much so that I commented about it the other night on my stand-up set. Have a watch.
You guys heard this show, The Ultimatum? You gotta give your partner an ultimatum, but this year, it's all lesbians. And finally, a straight white man can just watch and have fun. There's so much fucking drama, and I didn't do anything about it. They all get together and live together, and the periods sync up to the Wi-Fi. I don't know how it works, okay? But then all of a sudden, shit hits the fan, and I'm watching it like, well, this is kind of nice, isn't it? It's kind of like if you ever get in trouble with your parents, and then your sibling does something worse, and they just forget about it. You're like, yeah, this is good. I guess guys are forgiven now. I think we're good.
Now, I said it's almost like all of their periods sync up to the Wi-Fi. I was employing the technique of sarcasm there. I don't actually, and I have to, because some people take things quite literally, I don't actually think that their menstrual cycle synced up to the Wi-Fi. You have to type in your password first, and then it will sync up. Okay, anyway, so there they are. Congrats. And again, next video, Ultimatum. If you haven't watched it, and you have some free time, yeah, it's pretty interesting. It's like 9 episodes. I don't know if the reunion was underwhelming. There were some wild aspects to it. We're going to get into all of that. I thought I have some very strong opinions about some of the contestants from that show that I'm going to get into right after this. And then this afternoon, we'll have Bachelor Rush Hour, the podcast. Oh, by the way, I'm doing a Driving with Dave today. That'll air on Friday on the podcast Bachelor Rush Hour. And it's a villain you'll be very surprised that is joining me. I think you'll be very surprised. It is someone we talked about in the last couple of weeks on the show. I saw on Instagram that they followed me, and I said, hey, if you're ever in Los Angeles, let's do a Driving with Dave. And they said, I'm actually in LA right now. I got their Starbucks order. I'm going to show up to their hotel. I'm going to take them for a ride, and we're going to talk a lot of trash. And I can't wait to let you guys see all about that. I'll be live right after that this morning, which will be a little late. I'm recording this pretty early today because of that Driving with Dave. So I will go live on Patreon as soon as I'm back from the Driving with Dave and work on putting the podcast together. And if you want to see the meat and potatoes of how that all goes down, sign up for Patreon right now, patreon.com/Dave Neal. And if you really want to see who the person is, I already posted it on Patreon, plus some other secrets like which magazine I got interviewed by that should air this week. A lot of fun things in our community, all because of your support. Thank you guys all so much. We'll be back right after this.